Today, I am going to be giving quarterbacks their Madden 26 rating. Let's jump right into it. I'm excited to do this. We've got all the starting quarterbacks, including some of the rookie QBs. Starting off, we've got Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, I think, is a lock to be a 97 plus overall. I think that that's completely fair to say about Mr. Joe Burrow. I can't do that whole rolling the tongue thing. I wish that I could, but Joe Burrow, oh man, he deserves at least a 98 overall. He might deserve a 99. He was pretty much perfect last season. He deserved MVP if his team was better. Moving on, Caleb Williams' Madden rating in Madden 26. Well, I don't think he's earned anything higher than an 80 overall in Madden. I don't think that they'll give him less than an 80, but no way they give him more than like an 80, 81. He didn't really show much growth. I think he has potential. I love Caleb Williams. I think he's going to be the best quarterback from that class, but he had a disaster of a season last year. CJ Stroud. What is CJ Stroud's Madden rating going to be? That's a tricky one because he didn't have the best season, but he also was still good. I think CJ Stroud will end up as an 86 overall. I think he's still a very good quarterback, but Madden's not going to reward him for last season. They're not just going to automatically give him some 91 overall because his rookie season was really good. Lamar Jackson. I don't know if he had a great season. He had a great season. Lamar deserves probably a 98, 99. There should be multiple quarterbacks in that 98, 99 overall tier, and Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow are both one of them in Madden 26. If they don't do that, I'm going to be very, very disappointed, to be honest. JJ McCarthy, pretty much hard to evaluate him because he didn't play. He only played in preseason. He's been injured. So obviously JJ McCarthy will be lower than a 79. He honestly will probably stick around at like a 72, 73, 74, somewhere in the very low 70s. JJ McCarthy is not going to get any love, and he shouldn't. He hasn't played yet. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts' Madden rating in Madden 26, well, I think he deserves at minimum, a 93 overall, maybe a 95 overall. This should be Jalen Hurts' best ever Madden rating. He is a fantastic player. He deserves to be recognized for his skill, for his Super Bowl win. He was absolutely electric last season. He had a fantastic year. They need to reward him and give him a 95 overall. Moving on to Matthew Stafford. He had a good season. They keep disrespecting him, giving him like an 85. I think Matthew Stafford should get a 90 overall as well. Maybe I'm too generous with my Madden ratings, but Matthew Stafford deserves at least a 90. He was great last year. Jaden Daniels' Madden rating. They never really reward rookies with what they're deserved, and I don't think Madden's gonna give him what he deserves. I think that they will not give him a 90 yet because it was just his rookie season. I think they give him an 89 overall, maybe an 88, and I think that that's fair. I would probably give him about a 90. He was great. Not great, but he was very good, especially for being a rookie, but you can't really give him higher than that. Moving on to Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's a tough cookie to crack because he's Mr. Hypothetical. How do you give a rating to Mr. Hypothetical? I think that he's going to end up as like an 88 overall, maybe an 88, 87 overall. I don't think that they're going to give him too much love. He didn't really do as much as you'd expect, at least in that playoff game, man. That's left a sour taste in my mouth about Justin Herbert as much as I love him. Anthony Richardson, I think he has so much potential. He has all the potential in the world, but he will be lower than a 79 overall. More than likely will be like a 74. But by the end of the year, mark my words, Anthony Richardson will be at minimum an 85 overall quarterback. Anthony Richardson is the best quarterback in that room. He's a very good quarterback. We just got to give him time to develop. He hasn't played very many games. Moving on to Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones' Madden rating? Yeah. Maybe in the 60s. No way. He doesn't even deserve to be on the same tier as these two guys. Jared Goff. Jared Goff had a really good year. I think he deserves a 90. This guy was a candidate for MVP. How can he not be at least a 90 overall? Brock Purdy's Madden rating. I'm not going to do Brock Purdy dirty. I think he deserves an 86 overall. A lot of hate on Brock Purdy's name. He's a good quarterback. He didn't have any of his weapons really all of last season. He had Jawan Jennings as his wide receiver one most of the year. Deebo Samuel was not very good. I think that Brock Purdy's going to bounce back next year. Easier schedule, but I digress. His season was still solid. I think that they'll give him an 86 overall. Sam Darnold. he deserves a high overall based on that season. He deserves at least an 86 overall, but I think Madden will only give him an 85. I think they cap him out at 85 overall. And then I think that, he's one of those players that I would have on a bulletin board of like, if he keeps having good weeks, he's a guy that you got to move up quickly because he could teeter on that 85 to 89 range, but you don't want to give Sam Darnold an 89. I understand EA. I wouldn't want to either. Geno Smith. This is another guy I think that falls in that 80-85 range. I think he's a top 15 quarterback, maybe even close to top 10, but his Madden rating will not reflect that. He'll be about an 85 overall as well. I think that they'll give Sam Darnold and Geno Smith the same Madden rating. Moving on to Drake May. I think Drake May will be right at like an 80, 82 maybe. I think that him and Caleb Williams will be around the same rating. I don't think that there's any way he's lower than a 79, and there's absolutely no shot he's higher than an 85. I love Caleb Williams, but I just don't see that. I don't see that. Moving on to Bo Nix, rookie quarterback Bo Nix. He will be a higher overall than Caleb Williams and Drake May, I believe, but I still think it'll be like an 84, maybe an 85 if he's lucky. But yeah, these quarterbacks going into year 2, it's hard to evaluate them because it was just their rookie season, but you should just be going off of the year prior. But you got to be safe as EA. If you give Jaden Daniels a 90 and then he has 10 bad games in a row, you don't want to drop him to an 82. Like you want to try to get it right based on how it's going to be the whole season next year. So you're almost projecting a little bit. Russell Wilson, I think that they'll keep him at a 79 overall. I don't think that they'll give him much love, and I don't think that they really should. He didn't really do much last season to show that he should be any higher than a 79 overall. Definitely a system quarterback. Moving on to Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence has not done anything to prove that he should be higher than a 79. So I'm going to put him in 79, but I think he's another guy, like I said, with Sam Darnold to keep him on a watch. Trevor Lawrence, this is his year. This is his year to prove why he was drafted number 1, why he was getting Peyton Manning type hype. This is his year, and I think he's going to do it. He has the weapons. He's got the team a little bit better. Easiest division of most of these quarterbacks. He has to step up this year, and I think he will. Moving on to Michael Penix Jr., he's going to be lower than a 79. He'll be like a 77, maybe 78. I think we didn't see him play enough last year to really tell. Bryce Young, I think this is a year that he deserves to be an 80 overall. I would give him an 80 overall, especially based on how that end of the year went. I think that he cracked the 80 overall threshold finally. I think the last time he was maybe like his rookie year. I think he's a 74 right now. I would give him a 6 overall Madden boost. Aaron Rodgers, I think that based on last season, he still deserves to be like an 82 overall. What do you have, like 4,000 yards and a good amount of touchdowns? He still was pretty good last year. Obviously didn't win anything, but his stats should be able to give him at least an 82 overall. Moving on to Mason Rudolph. Moving on to Joe Flacco. Moving on to Tua Tagovailoa. He'll get an 84, I think, maybe. He didn't play as much, so you kind of just give him whatever rating he had in Madden 24 because he was kind of banged up and throughout the entire year. It's hard to fairly evaluate Tua. Moving on to Jordan Love. Jordan Love's Madden rating next season will be an 84 overall. I don't think that he'll go up. I don't think he'll go down. I think that Jordan Love right at an 84 is fair. He didn't have his best season. We all expected more from him last season, and he did not deliver. Moving on to Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, I love Kyler Murray, but I don't think that they're going to give him anything higher than like a 79, which is sad to say because Kyler Murray and Trevor Lawrence, those two guys are so good. They're so good. They have so much potential, all the potential in the world to be very good, but they just haven't delivered so far. They've had bad last 2 seasons, but I think they both will go up from this, but I think they'll start as a 79 in Madden and both can make their way up to that 86 range. Moving on to Justin Fields. Patrick Mahomes' Madden rating in Madden 26 should be no higher than Jalen Hurts. They should be the same overall, if not lower. Based on last season, Patrick Mahomes probably doesn't deserve more than a 93 overall, which is still very good. I don't think this is a hot take. Patrick Mahomes did not do enough last season to be in that 95 plus, to be in that 97 plus. Patrick Mahomes was not all that last season. Obviously had a great postseason, but his regular season stats and production were not good enough to even be higher than Jalen Hurts. In my opinion, they should both be the same overall. Dak Prescott's Madden rating, didn't he miss pretty much the whole season? I think that he'll stay in that like 86 overall-ish, maybe an 84, maybe an 85 actually. I'm going to move him down. I think he'll be like an 85. top of the list there, but he'll move up. He just injured last year. Josh Allen, he deserves a 98. I actually don't think a quarterback this year deserves a 99 overall rating in Madden 26. I think Lamar, Burrow, and Allen could all be 98s, could all be 97s. I'm not sure if one of them is a 99. It should be Joe Burrow, in my opinion, but it's hard to give him those stats to make him 99 because of the 3. He doesn't have the mobility to really like boost him up into a 99, but I think he kind of deserves it. Baker Mayfield's Madden rating, he deserves to be an 86 overall. Baker Mayfield had a fantastic year. I don't care that he has weapons around him. Everybody gets love around them a little bit. So, I don't know. I think Baker deserves this kind of support. Now we've got the rookie tiers. We've got 5 rookies here. We've got Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward will be a 79 overall. I don't think that they're going to give him much love. Cam Ward's not going to get a bunch of support, and it kind of makes sense. He's a rookie. Jackson Dart, he might be the lowest overall quarterback in Madden next season of any potential starter. I don't think he's going to be like more than like a 72. I don't know how you can make him more than a 72. Dylan Gabriel, he's going to be in like the 60s. Hang on. Add a row below. 70 and lower. Purple. Cool. Yeah, this is for Dylan Gabriel. No way he's higher than a 70. There is no shot Dylan Gabriel is going to be higher than a 70. And I agree. I think the same thing for Tyler Shough. Dylan Gabriel and Tyler Shough, no way they're going to be higher than a 70. And that's no disrespect to their rookies, but the rookies that maybe shouldn't have even been drafted, to be honest. Especially not where they were drafted. These are 2 like 5th round quarterbacks not taken in the 5th round. Speaking of a 5th round quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, that's a guy that I think will not be a 70 overall. I think he'll have the same overall rating as Jackson Dart, somewhere in that 72 to 73 range. But this is my final Madden ratings tier list. I only have 7 quarterbacks over a 90 overall. Don't have a lot of great quarterbacks, but a lot of potential to move up. Let me know what you agree with, disagree with in the comments. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Make sure to leave a thumbs up, share this video with your friends, and let me know what you want to see next. Until next time, y'all, peace out.